Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Becky. I'm going to tell you up front, if you hear the whirring in the background, that is my computer trying to do a little work for you. Okay guys, we are going to be doing a layout for Shimelle's Sketches Reimagined. That is a series that Sara Scraps has over on her channel. I will have her link down below. She had invited me to join her this month, and I was like, yes! It was a lot of fun. So as you can see right here, I do have this sketch in the top left-hand corner of your screen, and it appears that we have 3 tiny photos. They're probably like 2 by 2. I don't use 2 by 2. I use a little bit bigger. And then a landscape 4 by 6. And now it is Sketches Reimagined, so you flip it, turn it, swap it, do whatever you want with it. And that is what we are actually going to be doing. Now, I did keep basically the premise of this setup, at least the top part of it. I do use the 3 small photos, but my third photo is not going to be landscape. I am going to be using a portrait photo right here. So for my background, I am going to be using this absolutely gorgeous wood grain piece. This is by Close to My Heart. It is in the Timber collection, which is the featured collection this month. I'm going to go ahead and make my photo base. I'm actually making it a base. I'm going to put it on this plaid paper right here. I do believe that's Jen Hadfield, and we're just going to stretch the photos out right like that. It's really cute. I do keep a pretty big border on the sides in the top and bottom of the photos. Well, not pretty big for me, I guess. I do keep that border there, but I did want it to be small enough to where the brown wood grain would be on the right and left hand sides of my little photo block I have going on right here. I love that wood grain so much. Y'all know I love wood grain. So yes, I did want to have some of that showing on the sides like that. So the background piece, which is that the wood grain, is also kind of working as a border. I've been really into borders lately and they've been a lot of fun. So the embellishments I'm using on this one, these are all embellishments that I had stamped out from a stamp, I think it's called Sunflower Joy or something like that, stamp set that I had picked up over at Close to My Heart. I really wanted to play with that stamp set. I bought it and hadn't had a chance to play with it yet. It is from the current catalog, and I just think it is adorable. I am a Kansas girl. So is Shimelle, by the way. She doesn't live in Kansas anymore, but she was a Kansas girl too, and I do love the sunflowers. In fact, I remember when we were growing up, I had some sunflower seeds, not the kind you eat. Well, I mean, I guess they're the same kind, but the planting kind. They came in a little garden packet, and I had planted some sunflowers out by our fence without permission. And then one day Mom comes home and there's just these 6-foot tall sunflowers, and she's like, how'd those get there? Me, I did it. I do love sunflowers. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and build a little cluster down the bottom. Now you can see on this sketch, there's nothing down there. Nothing down there I don't think I could handle very well right now. I have done layouts that were pretty blank and probably will again in the future, but that's just not what I'm feeling right now at this point. I've been doing kind of minimal a little bit, but also covering my layouts for the most part. I think I could be telling stories out of school right there. I don't know. So we are going to kind of have a little bit of a scene. I am putting this fence down there. Now that fence was also one of this stamp and die from that same stamp set, and so I wanted to use it. So I do kind of build a little bit of a scene down there at the bottom with this fence down there, and there's some sunflowers underneath it and a couple sunflowers along the way. I think it's really cute. I was initially going to make that strip go just the length that the top photo cluster went, but I went ahead and decided, no, I like it better as a full strip. So we're just going to put a full strip down here at the bottom. Again, that is not on the sketch, but that's okay because we're reimagining it. I will end up putting my little fence down here. Now the fence, I did not cut them exactly the same. On one of them, I had a little bit more white at the bottom than the other. So when I lined the bottoms up against the paper, I wasn't paying attention to that. When I lined the bottoms up against the bottom of the paper, I kind of am going downhill a little bit, or am I going uphill? I'm not sure which. I'm crooked. That's okay, because it wouldn't be a Becky layout if it was perfect, right? We do always have a little bit of crookedness. So I do have this sticker right here. It says something on it. Let me see. My layout's behind me. Snippets of real life. I think that's really cute. That was kind of an accident. Finding that sticker was a little bit of an accident. It pulled out of a pack. It was stuck to a pack that I had, that thicker pack. It was just stuck there, and I'm like, oh, will you go ahead and use that? So you can see I am using several of those sunflowers. I absolutely love those sunflowers. I did spend quite a long time coloring them, though. I was really irritated with myself because I stamped them, then colored them, and then die cut them. Well, I was not very good lining up those dies on these sunflowers, and ended up having to fussy cut a lot of them anyways because I just totally messed them up with doing the die. So I was a little irritated with that. When I play with it in the future, I'm going to do it the opposite way. All right, guys, hang in there. We are going to be slowing this video down. All right, guys, let's go ahead and slow it down. So for this one, as you guys know, which I said up front, I think I said up front, Sara Scraps had asked me to join her with her series, Shimelle's Sketches ReImagined. Everybody knows Shimelle, and everybody probably knows Sara Scraps. If not, check the link down below. But yes, Sara asked me to join her this month, and I was like, oh yes, please, yes, 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 because I love me some Sara. So this is the sketch that we were using, which you saw throughout the process. Yeah, this is a sketch we were using, and as you can see, it's a little bit different what I did, but then the series is Sketch ReImagined, right? I do have a lot of very similar or very same elements on here as what is in that sketch, but not completely, just a little bit. I do love this design. I've done this kind of design quite a bit in the past, and it's like one of my most favorites. So you can see on these 3 small photos, I used a stitched die by Close to My Heart. It was their square stitched die, and I went ahead and used that, and then I used it to frame my photos. So these little frames around the photos have got like a little bit of stitching detail in them. I did originally think I was going to put them on a different piece of paper. So when you saw me going through my process, the back was kind of ripped up a little bit because I ripped it off that other paper. I went ahead and decided to land on this nice little gingham piece because I absolutely love this. This is by Jen Hadfield. I don't know what the name of it is, but yes, it is Jen Hadfield. I did put this block right here, which as you can see is quite a bit different from the sketch. The sketch just has this little strip. I did a whole big block, and I also put a strip down here at the bottom, and on the sketch you can see there is nothing down here. That's like a little too bare for me. I don't know that I can handle that. Maybe I'll revisit this sketch again and do it exactly like the sketch. Who knows? We'll see. So this background paper is this gorgeous wood grain. It is from the Timber collection from Close to My Heart. It is the current collection. In fact, I think it's the featured collection. No, I think it is actually the featured collection this month for the month of August. So these are photos of my niece Erin and my great nephew Camden. She's his mama. So we got Erin and Camden, just Camden, and here they are together, and they are in a sunflower field, which is really, really cute. I loved that. So I did go ahead, and in fact, what kind of inspired me to do this was Sara over at Sara Scraps does a lot of stamping. So I thought, well, I'm going to do some stamping. Well, I ended up stamping and cutting, not just stamping like as a background. So I used this stamp and thin cut set right here by Close to My Heart. It's Z3740, and it is called a Joyful Sunflower. They are joyful. This one right here has a little bit of dark in it. You can see I did do a couple of those, but I didn't even use that style. It had a little bit too much black ink in it for me. But these other two, super happy and fun. So yes, I did use the thin cuts. Now what I did when I did my when I stamped and cut out, I stamped, then I did my thin cuts on top. I taped them down with some washi tape and ran them through. And if you saw during my video, some of them were really off. I mean, like really off. This is one of those Stampin' Thin Cut sets that I would have to, this one, well, this one's, you can tell it's really off. See how here there's no border, and up here there's this big border? Yeah. This is one of those ones that for me, I would have to die cut first and then stamp. The fences turned out pretty good. I did go ahead and use the fence stamp as well, and I put it down here at the bottom. It looks crooked. It looks like it's going uphill, and I think that's because this piece down here, again with the die cutting, has a little bit more white than this piece right here, so it wasn't really even, right? It kind of goes, that's okay. So I ended up with a lot of these actually just taking out my scissors and fussy cutting around them because I did such a poor job with the die cut, with the die cut machine or the die cuts. It's not the product, it is absolutely 100% me. So to color these, I used, these guys are watercolor pencils without the water. So basically they're like colored pencils. How cute are those, right? Yeah, I just used my watercolor pencil set right here. I got this from Close to My Heart. I just used them as colored pencils. I added no water to them at all, and I think they are super fabulous. I really love how they came out. They look really, really good. I love that. So when it came time for the title, this is a layout that I'm going to be sending to Erin, even though the fence is going at an angle. That's okay, she won't care. She'll appreciate it. So when I'm sending a layout to a family member, a lot of times, I mean, I wasn't with them, so I don't have a specific title for this, right? Sometimes I will text them and say, hey, what do you think I should put the title as? On this one I didn't. I just put family on there. I used these stickers right here from American Crafts. What are they called? They're called Casey. They're really cute. They're foam thickers with a gold overlay on them. I think those are adorable. But yes, I picked these up at Tuesday Morning for $2.50. FYI, Tuesday Morning in Savannah closing. I will still have a Tuesday Morning, but it's going to be like an hour away, so that kind of sucks. That's okay. COVID, right? I haven't even been there. Guys, have I even been there this year? Have I shared any hauls with you from Tuesday Morning this year? I don't even know if I've been to Tuesday Morning this year. I think I have, but I'm not sure. Okay, anyways, let's get back to this. This right here, it says Snippets of Real Life. This is from one of those domestic collections, and it was a Simple Stories, and I can't remember what it was called. But when I pulled this pack of thickers out of the box that I store my thickers in, this was hanging on to it. I don't know where it came from, but I'm like, hey, it's yellow and navy blue. Even though, guys, I don't usually like to do this. These I stamped with black, and then I put it on this navy blue paper. I don't usually like that. If I had thought this out a lot in advance, I probably would have stamped in navy blue, but I don't think I have. I have navy blue distress ink. I guess the sapphire ink from Close to My Heart would have worked, but whatever. I didn't think about that in advance because, like I said, I was going to use a different paper. So yeah, I don't usually do the black and navy blue together, but in this instance I did. But anyways, this little sticker right here was hanging onto that sheet, and I was like, okay, I'll use that. So I went ahead and put it up on some foam tape and stuck it down right here. Now all of these sunflowers, you can, this one I did not actually, this one, when I cut it out with the die, it cut out perfectly. But all these other ones, I did some fussy cutting on them around the tips. Oh look, I totally lied. I did use one of those ones I said I don't love. See how dark it is compared to the other ones? It's because there's so much black ink in there. Yeah, I should change that out for one of these more bright ones, but I don't think I have any more left. I could always stamp and color again. But anyway, some of these are up on foam tape. Like this is foam tape, this is foam tape, this is foam tape. This has got a little foam tape as well. So we got some different dimensions going on right here. I did add some gold dots. These are those gold glitter gems by Close to My Heart. You see me use them all the time because I am absolutely in love with them. They are Z 3312. This is my full pack, and here is my little partial pack that I've been working on most recently. Let me go ahead and put those up. Yeah, and then after that, we did go ahead and used the gold Heidi Swap gold color shine, and I did some very generous splatters, which I absolutely love. Now you might think, well, Becky, these are all golds that are different tones. That's okay. I don't mind. This is kind of the mid-tone. These gold glitter gems are the lightest, I would think, and then the Heidi Swap color shine is a little bit darker, but I don't really care. Now when I put this little border down here at the bottom, you saw I had first cut it short because I was going to make it go in line with this, but then I don't know, I did not like the way it looks, so I went ahead and cut it the full length, and I do like this a lot better. After that, I don't think I did anything else that I need to explain to you. Stamps, watercolor pencils, uses color pencils, foam tape, dots and splatters. I mean, that's pretty much it. I love it though. I think it turned out really cute. If I did not have this sketch to go by that Sara Scraps had sent me, I would never have put these 3 photos in a row and on top of a photo. I would never have done that, I don't think. So yeah, I think it turned out really cute. All right, guys, I want to thank Sara so much for asking me to join her this month. I really appreciate that, Sara. Thank you so much. And also, I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. And hey, I'm back, guys. I know I've taken a little bit of a break here recently. I'm turning the corner, though. What is today? Today is actually August 14th. And I know for the past month, my energy has just been... I would not be surprised if I actually had COVID at some point. I'm serious. If I got my blood drawn and had the antibodies, it would not surprise me, because I have just been so tired. But yes, I'm feeling much better this week. So I was really happy that to be filled with energy for a change after so many weeks without it. So I'm back, guys. So I want to thank you so much for sticking with me, and I want you to check out the links down below. If you'd like to support my channel, please go over to my Close to My Heart page and pick yourself something up. I am a Close to My Heart consultant, so obviously that is an affiliate link. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.